what's up, everybody? This is Charles. I want to welcome you guys to the conversation. So let's go. So today I want to be talking about the Boston Celtics Big Three, and was that Big Three the most ferocious Big Three in a one-year span that was ever created in the NBA? Now, let's go back and think about that Big Three for a second, and all the players and all the personality, not just of the Big Three of the Boston Celtics, but some of the other players and the coaches and all that stuff. The Boston Celtics, when they had their Big Three, this was their starting five. They had Rajon Rondo at the point, Ray Allen at the 2, Paul Pierce at the 3, Kevin Garnett at the 4, and Kendrick Perkins at the 5. Now, these are some of the most toughest basketball players that have played in the NBA in quite some time, especially if you start talking about Perk and KG. Now, some people may say, Kevin Garnett just like to blow you. He would never get in anybody's face. Well, go ask defenders that played against him. Garnett was one of those people that was so intense about basketball, so intense, especially from the defensive end of the court, that whenever you would watch video of him, Garnett was always talking. He was the defensive anchor. He was always telling people, go this way, go this way, go this way, telling people, go this way, go this way. He was so intense that he ended up shouting at one of his teammates, Big Baby Glenn Davis, so hard that he actually cried on the sideline. Think about that. He shouted at the dude so hard that the dude broke down and started crying. When was the last time you saw in any sport that a teammate will be shouting at another teammate to the point where that teammate breaks down into tears and begins to cry? That's how intense KG was. Then you had a dog in Kendrick Perkins who was ready, who was about that action. Every time you saw Kendrick Perkins play, somebody show me one time, name me one time. You can find a clip of Kendrick Perkins smiling on the basketball court. Please post it in the comment section, because I've never seen him smile. I've never seen Kendrick Perkins' teeth, like both of his teeth, smiling before. Ever, not even one time. The dude was so intense. Then you have Paul Pierce, who comes out of LA. I think he was from Watts. So he was a street kid playing on the court, so he had that edge about him. Then you had Rajon Rondo. Now, Rajon Rondo was so scrappy that he actually ended up getting into a lot of spats with Doc Rivers and Ray Allen, and some of them was really hard. And they said Doc Rivers, he said coaching Rajon Rondo was a headache, and he was their point guard. He was so hard-headed when he was playing that, they would have a lot of friction on the court. So this was their starting five. And then you had other dogs, Rough Riders, that were coming off the bench, James Posey and all these other players. Now, apart from the fact me saying that they were the most ferocious Big Three of all time, they were also very successful. The first year of them coming together as a team, the first year, they ended up winning 61 games, going to the finals, and winning the NBA Finals. What last Big Three could you think about that did something like that? Let's look at the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors had to develop their Big Three, or whatever you want to call it: Draymond, Stephen Curry, and Klay Thompson. So they're out. Who else do you have? You have the Miami Heat, the Heatles. The first year, they made it to the finals, but they lost to Dallas, and LeBron had a meltdown, so we're not going to count them. Who else can we think about? I can't think of anyone right now. I can't think of a Big Three in the last 20 years that were able to do what the Boston Celtics Big Three did. And with the type of personalities that they had. When they beat the Lakers in the 2008 finals, Kobe said, we just ran into a bunch of dogs that were just much more meaner and nastier than we were. And that is the reason why we lost. He said we ran into a team of, excuse my language, of assholes. Imagine playing against an entire squad like that. That was their DNA, and that's what the Lakers had to go up against, and that's what made them so ferocious. These weren't nice guys. They weren't nice dudes. They weren't trying to be your friend. If you see that you have a team where you can have teammates making other teammates cry, and teammates want to get into fist fights with other teammates, we have to go all the way back to the Bad Boy Pistons. And the Bad Boy Pistons, I don't remember any stories of players having that type of friction within themselves. I know it was with other players and other teams, but not within themselves. But the Boston Celtics had that type of friction, and somehow they were able to make it all work, and that's what made Doc Rivers such a genius, to be able to manage all of these different personalities and extract, the best, maximum output out of them for them to go out there and win. So the case I'm making to you is that, was the Boston Celtics Big Three the meanest Big Three in the history of modern basketball? That's the point I'm trying to make. My contention is that they are. But what I want to know from you guys is do you agree with me, or do you think I'm talking a bunch of crap? If you think that they were, please let me know what you think in the comment section below, because I really want to know what you guys think about this so we can reason about it together. Because for me, looking back at history, I think people may overlook that team, but that was one of the greatest teams ever for the short span that they were together. And they went to the finals twice. They won one and lost another one, so they had a 50% winning percentage. And I think it was that team that really put Doc Rivers in a really great light with fans and, especially a lot of experts and executives in the NBA today, because Doc Rivers ended up coaching that team. And a lot of people consider Doc Rivers, if not the best coach in basketball, the second best coach behind Greg Popovich. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.